Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful wrap top. So guys, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. So guys, let's get started. So I'll be working with this African print fabric and I have it on fold. We'll be cutting for the back first. So I folded it by my bust measurements divided by 4 plus my seam allowance and ease allowance. So I'm just going ahead to mark a straight line which should serve as the starting point. So this line is our starting point. So from there, I'll go ahead and mark out my shoulder to bust measurement, which is 10 inches, my shoulder to waist measurement, that is my half length, then my shoulder to the full length of the top. So whatever the length of the top you want, just mark it there. Next, I'll be marking out the neck width of this top. So I'll be using the neck width of 3 inches. Then the neck depth for the back will be 1.5 inch. So I'm just marking my neck depth and connecting that line together like so. So I'll go ahead and mark out my shoulder measurement divided by 2. And I'll come down by 1 inch and that will serve as the shoulder slope. So we're connecting the neck width to the shoulder slope with a straight rule. So next, I'll go ahead and mark out my armhole measurement divided by 2. So my armhole I'm working with is 8 inches. So I'm just extending my shoulder measurement on this part so I can get a straight line. Then I'll go ahead and connect those lines I made. So that will be my armhole line. So next, I'll go ahead and take my body measurement. So you just divide on your bust line, you divide your bust by 4. Then I'm going to mark it. Then I also put my seam allowance and also an ease allowance. So on the waistline, I'll divide my waist by 4 also. I have about 6.5 inches when divided by 4, and I'll add my seam allowance and also my ease allowance. And on the full length of the top, because it is not really far from my waistline, so I just added half an inch to my waistline, then my seam allowance and also my ease allowance. So guys, I'll go ahead and connect those lines I have here. So after connecting these, I'll also go down on my armhole area. I'll mark half of my armhole to get the midpoint. Then I'll connect it with a curve rule like so. So if you have a curve rule, just go ahead and use your curve rule. So guys, I'll go ahead and cut this out. So I'll be using this back to cut out for the front. So for the front part, I went ahead to place my back bodies on it, with the sides are going to be the same, but the front part I have extra fabric to have that wrap effect. So the extra fabric I have there, I had about 5 inches extra. So I'll be telling you how to get the exact fabric you'll be needing at the front part of this wrap top. So I'll go ahead and rule out my full top length to get the straight line. So to know the exact fabric you'll be needing at the front part, you first of all measure how low your neck depth will be at the front. So for me, I'll be using 8 inches. So you just place your rule on your neck width area. Just place your rule on your neck width, then make a slant with your tape rule, and before you slant it out, make sure it stops directly on the neck depth you'll be needing for the front. And also, if I want my neck depth to be about 5 inches, so I'll just use a different color line for it. So next, you place your tape rule on your neck width like so, then make it slant, making sure that tape rule goes through your neck depth before it comes out. So if you are using a neck depth of 5 inches, you have this much fabric. You'll be needing this much fabric or extra on the front part. And also, if you want your neck depth to stop directly on your bust line, you just make a slant like so, coming out when you get to your bust line. And this is how much fabric you'll be needing extra. So for me, I'll just stick with my 8 inches neck width. So I'll just go ahead and on the neck width, I'll just mark my neck width on the front part of the fabric. And I'll be connecting that to my 5 inches extra that I have on the down part. So just use your straight rule to connect your neck width for the front to the fabric you have extra on the down part. So I'll just make a line like so. After making that slant line, the every other thing on the top will be the same, just the front part will be different. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So guys, I'll also go ahead and cut out a lining for this top. So I went ahead to cut out a lining for the back part of this top, which is on fold, and for the front part, I have two pieces. So if you're not making use of a lining, you can just use a bias tape and turn this part of the top and also the neckline of the back part, then hem the down part, and you're also good to go. So here I went ahead to turn my fabric with my lining, the neck area, the sides, and the down part. I also did same for the front part, and this is what it looks like. So I'll be placing one part of the front to the back like so, right side facing right side. Then I'll be joining the shoulder part of this top. So I'll be showing you how to join the shoulder part to give it a neat finishing. So you join the shoulders by main fabric to main fabric, making sure this line we have at the midpoint meets each other like so. So I'll go ahead and sew by 1/2 inch on the main fabric, and also on the lining I'll just sew by 1/2 inch on this part, and I'll do same for the other part of this top. So after joining, this is what it looks like on the right side of the fabric, and here is the wrong side of the fabric. As you can see, it came out looking neat. So next I'll go ahead and sew by my seam allowance on both sides of this top. So I'll just go ahead and sew by the seam allowance I left on both sides. So guys, after joining on both sides of the seam allowance, this is what I have here. As you can see, we already have like a wrap effect in front like so. I also went ahead to cut out the belt of this top. So the length is ×2 of your waist, or you can make it more. Then the width of this belt is 1.5. I remember it's on fold. That means I cut out 4 inches. And by the time I use 1/2 inch to join both sides, I have 1/2 inch remaining. So guys, I'll be joining this belt to the top on the wrong side of the top. You can also put it in between the lining and the fabric before sewing the lining together. So I'll just place it like so, then sew a stitch down on this part, and I'll place the other one on this part here and sew a stitch on this side also. So after stitching my belt to the top, this is what I have. And so guys, when you stitch the belt to the top, make sure it is very tight. So you sew it several times, so by the time we start dragging the belt, it doesn't pull off. And also when stitching the belt, leave about 1/2 inch on this part. Don't sew it directly on the length, so leave about 1/2 inch. So you decide which part you want to go in the top. So after determining the part I want, this is where I want to create a hole that this belt is going to pass through. So I have about 1.5 inch in length, so I'll just go ahead and open 1 inch from this part. From the hem point, I'll leave about 0.5 or 0.75 inches. So guys, I went ahead to create a hole on this part. This is what it looks like on the inner part, and this is where our belt is going to pass through from the inner part. So I'm just going to place it like so. So this is what it looks like when we wrap the top together. So guys, we're basically done with making this wrap top, and I'll just go ahead and fix the sleeve and show you guys the final look. So guys, here's the final look. I decided not to attach a sleeve after all because I preferred it sleeveless. So this is me just tying around the wrap top, and this is what it turned out to be. It came out really beautiful, guys. I hope you guys will really try this out. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give us a thumbs up, and if there's any comments, you can drop it in the comment section below and we'll get back to you. All right, see you in the next video. Bye guys.